Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back. I've got an interesting video for you. And what do you recommend as far as taking to carry with you when you're going to be taking a trip and you want to have a lot of fuel to take? What kind of storage do you use for that fuel? Now normally I take a bottle of heat with me. Okay, they come in a 12-ounce bottle. You can actually see the bottoms cut off of this. I've made a funnel out of it. But these yellow bottles of heat are 12 ounces of fuel, and they have a nice pour option. Okay, so they're very good fuel to burn in these types of stoves, and they also come in a very convenient funnel type bottle. Cool thing about that is when you run out, you can refill this bottle with 12 ounces of denatured alcohol or whatever the choice of fuel is that you're using. And that's a really good option. It's the Trangia fuel bottle. Okay, this is the 1 liter bottle, so it holds 1,000 milliliters. Let's take a quick look at it. This is what it looks like. It says Trangia right there. This thing is very nice. It's very thick, and I use it not just for alcohol, but I also use it for gasoline at times. So let's talk about the magic of this bottle real quick. So look inside there, you got the threads, and it's supported by, I believe, aluminum. I think it's an aluminum collar, if you will, and the thread, the plastic right here is very thick. It's a nice fuel bottle. So right here on the top you've got a hole here, and you got a hole here, and you've got this little knob, and a lot of people are kind of like, what is this? What does this do? Well, when you unscrew this, okay, and you push this down, look at what happens. It's a spring-loaded deal, and it basically pushes this out of the way, which allows the fuel to come up, and it comes out of whichever hole is aimed down. So when you let up, it closes that and opens it. Opens and closes this little valve thing down here. So it's a very effective little fuel bottle valve here. And then when you're done and you're going to travel, you can tighten this up, and then if you push on it, it's not going to let any fuel out. I'm going to use my funnel here, and I'm going to fill this fuel bottle up. Again, this fuel bottle holds 1 liter, which is a lot of fuel. You take an alcohol burner like one of these guys, a little stove, and 1 liter of fuel, you're going to be having a good time for a while. That's this much fuel, 32 ounces. That's about 1 liter. But this plastic is really weak, and this is not. So you could like throw this down, drop it on the rocks, and it's going to rupture, and you got fuel leaking. Well, this one is a lot more solid, so you don't really have to worry about that. There's an O-ring right here that seals around the top of the bottle. Okay, there's also a lanyard loop here, so you could take some paracord and put a thing on it if you wanted to hang it or hang it on your pack or whatever. So you tighten this down, and that O-ring seals against the bottle. And it's very similar to a fuel bottle that you would see for a backpacking stove. So then you open this valve, right, which allows you to push down. Okay, so then when you get your burner or your stove, you just put this right here and then just push and then let up, and it stops. So it's very simple. It's a very clean outfit. Works good. So one of the holes here obviously is pouring fuel, and the other one is sucking air back into the bottle so you don't develop a negative pressure inside the bottle. This Trangia fuel bottle, made in Sweden, this thing is very nice. It's got a bunch of directions around it. Do not pressurize the bottle. Made of polyethylene with the safety valve for a free outflow. Do not expose to temperatures above 50 centigrade, or 50 Celsius rather, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not fill above the fill line, which is right here. Okay. And what else does it say? Keep the thumb screw closed when you're not in use. So if you're done using it, just close that down. That way it can't be activated to let fuel out. And it says for use, you can use fuel, alcohol, or kerosene in this bottle. Now I have used gasoline. It doesn't say that on here though. Warning, for each fuel carefully. And then it says danger, highly flammable, poison, flammable, blah blah blah. Contains methyl alcohol or kerosene, blah blah blah. So it's basically talking about it. But this is a really nice bottle, and you can see that the language all the way around is written in different languages. The directions, or the safety warning, or whatever you wish to call it. Okay. So this is a really nice bottle. Please make sure that you check the description box down below, because I'll put a link down there where you can find that. It comes in several different sizes. So now we have our alcohol stove ready to light. Let's give that a shot. Let's see what it looks like. This is the Fancy Feast. It takes it a second to get primed up. And the cool thing about this guy is you can set your pot directly on it. So if I wanted to boil some water here, I have to pour my water in there. I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to do it just for the demonstration here. So I've only put like maybe 2 ounces of water in there. And then you can set that right on top. And like I mentioned, this is definitely a stove. It's not a burner. Meaning stove, you can put the pot on it. A burner needs something to put the pot on. So that's it. That's it. And that alcohol stove right now is burning 91% isopropyl alcohol, which is really not my favorite fuel for those. I like using denatured alcohol with these, or like I said, the yellow bottle of heat. This stuff is excellent. It's a really good fuel for these types of stoves. It doesn't create any sooting on your pots or anything like that. It's a really nice option if that's what you're looking for. So folks, I want to say thank you today for stopping by and joining me on this video of the Trangia fuel bottle. I think this thing is wonderful. It's very robust feeling. It's very solid. I mean, it feels like very sturdy, and everything is built nice. I've been using it for a while, and I've dropped it a few times, and it's dropped on bedrock, and I've never had an issue. It's holding up pretty good. I'm probably going to end up getting another one, to be honest with you, a smaller one. But that's it. So you can see that my water is starting to come to a boil. Let's see what it looks like up close and personal. Take a look at that. See what happens there? That baby is just putting the heat right where it needs to be on that pot. If you use the denatured alcohol or the heat, you're not going to have all these yellow flames. You're going to have nothing but blue flames coming up on there, and it's going to be very, very effective. It's going to work really good. In our case today, you can see we're coming to a little bit of a rolling boil. When you're done boiling your water, you want to put that out. Just take an empty pot and smother it. You'll take all the oxygen away from that fire, and it'll go out, and then you still have your fuel left in there for next time. Here's another idea to keep in mind when you're finished with your stove. You're finished cooking whatever you're cooking. Just take the valve off of your alcohol bottle, take your funnel from your heat, and then you can take the stove itself and just pour all that fuel right back in there, and it goes right back into your bottle. And then if you want to burn this off, you can. Otherwise, it's just going to evaporate. But you can definitely put your fuel back in there and save it. I mean, every ounce of fuel, every drop of fuel counts when you're on a trip. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that works out. Look at, I'm trying to put the wrong lid on there. That's something that definitely helps out when you're on the trail and you keep all your fuel nice and safe. And you got your funnel. But I just wanted to show that for the sake of the video. Again, I want to say thank you for stopping by, folks. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to check the description box down below. Again, I'll put links down there where you can find that fuel bottle. And as always, feel free to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. And until next time, folks, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time.